Hello again. Long time no see. Okay, let me explain a few things. This is a world tour video of the Minecraft world that you probably have seen if you've been on my channel before. But if you haven't, hello, welcome. I've been inactive on this channel for the last year, and I really regret it. Let me start with that. I regret walking away without giving an explanation as to why. Now, I'll get into the reasons that I stopped uploading later, but for now I want to do a world tour because I want you guys to know that I'm alive, I'm still kicking, and I'm happy. So yes, I'm going to quickly give you guys a world tour, take you through all the things I've built, and then after that we can have a more serious discussion about why I've stopped and if I will continue. Okay, let's do it. Starting off with my house, this has mostly remained the same, nothing much has changed in here. Maybe the odd interior decoration or two. I don't think that potted plant was there in the corner, but everything else is more or less the same. The house has stayed the same, you know, I like it. It's classic. I've kept that sign too, that's original. The upstairs I've really struggled to find anything to do with. I've put a few chests and pots up here. Oh, by the way, I got a mace. I did a trial chamber ages ago and I got that and it's really cool. But other than that, I honestly don't know what I put up here. I keep my elytra up here in that little item frame, but I've got it on me right now. And I've got another set of netherite, as you can see. I'm currently working on making another one. I just wanted to try out different armor trims and things. But yes, in here we got some music discs. I've made a habit of collecting them. I think it's quite good fun. I've got a couple of the new ones, the gassed ones. But I've also got my favourite, which is Mellow High, which I got quite quickly. So I was happy with that. Viewing deck has remained more or less the same. Might be a few things out here that you've not seen before, but we will get to those in a moment. Even if I wasn't recording, you best believe I was still playing on this world. It's called a forever world for a reason. I'm gonna play on it and I'm gonna enjoy every second of it. Okay, the real tour starts now, by this 100 subscribers monument. I'm still really proud of this build. I think it turned out really well, it's accurate to what I look like, and I've even kept the sign, because it's history, it's memories, and I think it's really cool. Anyway, behind the statue we've got this little fort here. I built the fort after I did this. I dug out a whole chunk. I needed stone for building, and I thought what better way to do it than dig out a massive chunk. Also, I see some diamonds. Yeah, there you go. Look, some diamonds down there. I could go get them, but honestly, I don't need them. I'm a very rich man. Anyway, behind the chunk, there is a ladder that goes all the way down. By the way, that took me a lot more wood than you would think to put in. Is a fort. Now, okay, behind the chunk is a fort. Now, I spent a long time building this fort, long time texturing it. I absolutely love it. This is Fort Snowcrow. The interior might be my favourite I've ever done, and it's just a place for me to store all my materials. Dirt here, as you can see, I've got quite a reserve. Over here is some smooth stone. I've not got quite as much of that. Got some paintings, some bookshelves around. It's just really cozy in here. The candles really sell it. In this room here, more storage, who would have thunk? So I keep my deep slate. I've got so much of this stuff, it's crazy. More general storage. I keep some garbage around here. Yeah, there it is. Just some garbo, and then some more blocks in here. Lovely little place. Don't come here nearly as much as I should. Upstairs we've got some more stuff, just for cobblestone this time. And over here we got a map. I wanted to map out my world, get a little gist of where everything was. And as you can see, this map might be slightly outdated, but it just covers the main city and then the fort as well. Out here is a little viewing deck, I guess, and also a staircase that connects up. Always good to have multiple fire exits, even in a building made of stone. We've got this painting as well, by the way. This painting, I don't know, it's not like new, but it's one of the newer ones, and I absolutely love it. Got some windows, put some flowers in the windows because I thought it was cool. Get a lovely view of the statue, the fishing cabin, and the chunk. Not that you can see much of the chunk, but hey ho. And upstairs there's absolutely nothing. It's just a place where you can, see. But sometimes that's all you need to do. I don't think I ever said it in the videos, but the city is called Londo. I had that name in mind for a while. Anyway, the first building of Londo I'm going to show you is this little dome thing here. Now this is a turtle breeding house. I've never bred turtles before. Well, I hadn't before this. But jeez, there is way more in here than I thought there was. I've named a couple of them. I've got one is named Turtle and the other is named Bendy. And this is gonna sound oh, there's Turtle. Hello, Turtle. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna find the other one in here. Anyway, yes, there are two of them named in here, and they're oh, there he is. Hello, Bendy. Anyway, okay, yes. Sorry, I keep shocking myself. Anyway, two turtles, and they're both named after plushies that I own in real life. I'll put them on screen for you now. Yes, I name my plushies, so what? I'm a sentimental guy. Anyway, this really big building behind the turtle enclosure is my train station. I thought this was just so neat. Okay, so this is, yeah, okay, as you can see, Londo, this is where I first used the name. I've got a lodestone here, as well as a compass pointing to it. I thought this could kind of be like the city centre, the anchor point, if you will. Anyhow, lovely little interior here, little reception desk, but if you head down, who would have thought it goes to a train station? Not all of these are done. This one goes to Industry Lane, that's where all my villagers are, but this one here, I have no idea where it's going to go yet, I've not finished it. Got a minecart, and that tunnel just goes all the way along. Goes on for way longer than you think. It takes you maybe about a minute and a half to ride that track. This is an employees only section back here, although really there's nothing exciting. This here is a little melon and pumpkin storage. I thought maybe this could be like a transport line. So there's lines for passengers out front and then the employees only. This is like to transport different goods. So it's a little more industrial, a little more rickety. I gave it the mine shaft design here, and that goes all the way out to a farm that I've built in that direction. But we'll see that later. Anyway, let's move on. Outside the train station, you're greeted with a familiar face, my very phallic-shaped tower. Now, you'll be glad to know this tower has seen little to no change. The interior still isn't done. Up here, it's still just totally empty, and there's even dirt on the walls. Scaffolding dirt. It's gross, I know. I will get rid of it one day, I promise. But not today. Another thing you definitely haven't seen, this is my brewing house. I love the way this looks. It's got little mushrooms on the roof. The roof is made out of some terracotta, and it's got this lovely design and a chimney too. Really big fan of the design of this. I even used these, I don't know what they're called, but the mangrove base blocks. I used them for the windows. Looks really nice, really kind of magical. Now, in here is where I keep my potions. I brew my potions and things. Little story about this building though. This is where I was figuring things out. So I don't know how to brew Minecraft potions off by heart. So I just come in here sometimes, chuck some ingredients at the wall, and figure things out, and then journal it. So, in this little potion journal, I've written down every recipe that I've figured out on my own. I did it in kind of like a roleplay style, so it's like through kind of like the eyes of a character rather than the narrator. Also, I've spelt brewery wrong, I've just noticed. We're going to ignore that, we're going to move on. Anyway, yes, these are all the things that I've kind of noticed about brewing. I knew the basic gist of it, but just writing it down helps me remember it. And hopefully, in any future projects that I do, I'll be able to brew potions without needing to refer back to the book. So, slow falling, I figured that one out first. After that, it was weakness. That was for the villagers, but I wrote down the recipe anyway. Fire resistance 2, it goes on like this. It's just all the different potion recipes that I've tweaked around with and figured out. I haven't got them all though. I don't know how to brew every single potion. Like if you asked me to brew you a strength potion or a water breathing potion, I couldn't do it because I don't know how. Anyway, that's the little story behind this building. I think it's really cool, and a little bit of advice as well. If you ever need to brew a potion in Minecraft, don't look it up. Just like chuck down a brewing stand, throw some things at it, and experiment. It's much more fun. Okie dokie, right across from the brewing house and next to the graveyard, which I'm pretty sure you've seen before, is my Happy Gast docking station. This is my Happy Gast, his name is Blackmore, named after the British guitarist of the same name, Richie Blackmore. I love naming my little mobs, my pets, I don't know, the Minecraft mobs. I love naming them after musicians I like. Anyway, I designed this little hut myself, and I think it's really nice. It gives you an easy way to fly in and fly out. It's kind of spacious, it fits the Ghast nice and snug, but I'll be honest, I barely use this thing. He stays captive for most of his life, which is sad, admittedly, but this is one of my favourite buildings. I just like it. It's fun. This thing here is my nether house. Well, not nether house, nether storage house. I originally wanted... Oh gosh, hello there. Okay, you're gone. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, it's my nether storage house. I had some storage in my, other storehouse, but I was running out of space. So I decided to make a new house specifically for storing nether blocks. I can hear zombies all around me. I've got to sleep, man. Anyway, yeah, it's just a bunch of double chests with a bunch of nether loot in them. We've got a downstairs area too, just for extra storage in case I run out. I like the design of this room with the basalt and the checkered floor. It's nice. Got some junk down here. Didn't really fit into any of the other chests. But yeah, I like this building too. This one's cool. Okie dokie, good morning. Back at it. So, right across from the nether house thing is my beacon building. A lot of these buildings are built solely for the focus of existing. They don't have names, they just exist. Anyway, this building exists for the beacon, which I've got on top, made of emeralds, because emeralds are quite easy to get. I can just trade with villagers. Now, inside, I think the inside of this building is quite funny. So, outside it says super evil villain lair, do not enter, and inside is a cat. It's just, I don't know, I just like it. This is Halford, this is my cat, named after the metal singer Rob Halford, and this interior is very bland. He's got a little bush, and he has got, are you ready for this? So much fish. Story behind this, I built a guardian farm because I needed prismarine, and it also produces raw cod. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just put it all in here, and it now belongs to my very fat cat. Here you go. Have a fish. You know what? Actually, why don't you come with me? There we go, we can do the tour together. No, he'd rather sit on the chest. Fair enough, it is filled with fish. Okay, anyway, next to the nether thing is this one here. Again, I don't know what this design is meant to be, but this is like an industrial smeltery house. So in here you've got some furnaces and some coal storage as well. I just come here to brew ores or things, but it's simple, but I like the design of it, it's nice. You got some pipes coming out the top with some smoke, makes it look a little more industrial, which I like. And directly opposite that is probably one of the funniest things I've ever built. You can't really read that, actually, give me 2 seconds. Okay, the tax office, the Londo tax office. Minecraft's too fun, it needs a pinch of reality, so I'm introducing taxes. Anyway, in here you have got a resident of Londo, the only named one. This is Herbert Tax. He exists in here for no reason other than to exist. And back here you've got some tax files, but we'll keep those private. Got these little beehives, by the way. They look like filing drawers, so they're here too. And up here you've got some nice views, which I think really enhances the building. Yeah, I built a whole building dedicated to taxes. Isn't that hilarious? If you're wondering how he's the villagers safe out in the open, it's because of this little trick here. If you put carpets on top of berry bushes, mobs can't walk over it. As you can see, Halford can't cross the carpet because there are berry bushes underneath. There you go. If you ever want to defend your villagers and have a nice open environment, that's how you do it. There you go, he's out. Okay, next door to that is just some flowers. I just needed some more greenery, needed something lush and beautiful. So we have got some flowers here just to kind of spice up the environment a little bit. Behind that is, okay, well, we'll address the UFO in a minute. First, let's go to this house here. I don't know what this is meant to be, but I love the roof on it. In here you've got quite a vibrant carpet and some beds. It was going to be a guest house originally, but I'm the only person that plays on this world, so there's no point in having a guest house. So as of now, it sits kind of empty, with no purpose, which is a shame. Maybe I'll give this building a purpose another time. But for now, it just exists to look pretty and store some garbage. Okay, let's do the UFO. I don't really build things high in the sky other than the tower, so this was a nice change. Anyhow, this is supposed to be a little tractor beam here, but it doubles as a way to get up. So it shoots you up into the UFO, which is absolutely barren. There is nothing here at all, and the views aren't even that good. There is no reason to come up here, and I barely do, which is a shame, because it's a cool concept, just totally useless. You can see a little farm out there, we'll go to that last. Okay, if you need to get down, this is how you do it. This little trapdoor here, jump through, and land in the water at the top of the tree. Nice and simple. Next to that, this is the most recent building. This is currently the edge of Londo. This is my archery minigame. So, in here, you've got an archery minigame. I provide bows, but again, I'm the only one that plays. But since I am basically God, I don't need to adhere to the rules. I'm going to use my own bow. We've got a high scoreboard. My current score is 8 out of 10. You get 10 shots for 10 targets. I set this one recently, actually, just at the end of March. Here's some building blocks that I used to construct this. And yes, why don't we play a game? Actually, we'll go do a game. This is the shooting range. You stand behind you stand behind the stone bricks, and then you try and shoot all the targets. There are 10 of them. You get 10 arrows. Number 1 is easy. Number 2 is also easy, but as you can kind of tell, they get further away. The more you go from the building. Oh, careful! Don't stand in front of me. Okay, thank God I didn't shoot my pet. That'd be horrible. I'm doing quite well actually, but this is the test. If I can hit the far away ones, I'm gonna go. Okay. Sorry, I'm focusing. Ah, damn. Oh well. Maybe I can get 9 out of 10? No, I can't. Okay. Well, another 8 out of 10 score. I only hit 8 out of the 10 targets. It's harder than it looks. Trust me. Yes, that's another thing you can do, by the way. If you find that you're getting bored in your Minecraft world, build mini-games. Just build them for yourself. I did this for me, and I have a lot of fun practicing it with it. I'm going to collect my arrows though because I'm cheap like that. Is that a bee? It is. There's a bee in this minecart. That's not meant to be there, by the way. This course is meant to be harmless, but a bee has injected itself. Okay, that's the course reset. That was nice and easy. Let's move on before I spend all day here trying to get a higher score. Okay, the area we're passing through now is still a bit of a work in progress, so if you follow this path here, you just see some random trees. It's just ugly. I will fix this later, just don't pay attention to it. Anyway, back here is some other houses that I have done nothing with. Absolutely nothing in here. Probably won't put anything in there for a while, maybe a bed or something. Another house here that, okay, this one looks a little odd. It looks like the start of a horror movie. It's weirdly creepy in here. It was going to be a place to display all, like, the different armor trims, but I never followed through on it. I think this building is too small. It blends in too much. If I'm gonna build something to display all the armor trims, I want something a little more grandiose. I feel like you might miss this building if you're just walking through. So yeah, not keen on that one. Anyway, next to it is something I am keen on. This is my big library. As you can see, I built some custom trees for this. Well chuffed with how that turned out. Absolutely love it. So chuffed that I built a second. And a few others. There's a few others dotted about. Just next to the train station and the brewing house. In here is where I keep my villagers. My librarian villagers, to be precise. I've not filled it all up yet. I've only done this side. I still got to do that side, which is empty, and figure out something to put at the back. Anyway, I've got all my best guys here. They've all been cured and they all give me amazing enchanted books for a very good price. I don't know where my mending guy is though. That's not him. Is that him? No, that's unbreaking. I don't know where he is. Is this him? Ah, there you go. Hello, mending guy. Okay, yes, this is my very useful library building. Okay. Right. Next thing I'm going to show you is a little bit across town. So let's go head on over there now. Okay, wait. Actually, before I show you anything new, I want to show you what I did with this pirate ship. So when I built this was I think this was the last video I uploaded. At the end of the episode, it had no purpose, but I've given it one. I've turned it into a ship dock. How cool is that? Come on. You can dock your Minecraft boat inside a giant boat. It's so cool. That's a little door for you to get in and out, but to be honest, it kind of looks like the ship's butthole. So let's just, let's not think of it like that. It's a ship dock, and it makes me love this build a lot more than I did before, and I've gone for the swim. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, moving on, let me actually show you something new. What are you doing? Hello. Before we explore anything else, a couple of things. My diner, my doggy diner. I love this place. Dio is still here. He's got some armor on now. It was my first time making wolf armor. Tell you what, you can stay here and you can keep Dio company. Okay, there you go. The animals are together. Ain't that sweet? Got some food in here, some food that might be sold. Tell you what, actually, before we leave, let's give Dio some. There you go. Have a pork chop. Anyway, righty-ho. Another tree. I did tell you there was a few dotted about. I love those things. And just some small details. Got a whole campsite, so you can sit by the fire and look over the lake. It's pretty. I'm a big fan. Okay, I don't know if you've seen this graveyard actually, so let me show you this quickly too. This is just where I'm going to record all my deaths. I've only died 4 times in this world, but more are probably going to come. So the first one happened in February of 2025. This was on video, I think. I fell off a ladder. embarrassing way to go. But that was my first death, and 5 months later, I was shot off a bridge by a ghast. That's another really bad way to go. After that, in the same month, just a couple of days later, I was killed by an Enderman, and again, in the same day, I was killed by an Enderman. The same way. I was on the Outer End Islands going to get an Elytra, and then I just got cornered by an angry group of Endermen and didn't have enough time to defend myself. So I died. But yes, that's the story of my 4 deaths. Hopefully I don't have to add any more graves to that graveyard. I'm pretty careful, so for the most part I'm alright. I'm going to show you a bit of tragedy now. Srednik's stable featuring a horse that is not Srednik. Sadly, he's gone. No, I'm kidding. He is alive. He's just not here. This is a zombie horse that I came across while building something. And if you know anything about zombie horses, you can't take them outside during the day or they'll burn. So I had to put him in here, and this is just where I'm storing him. And for the meantime, I've moved Srednik somewhere else. He is alive, and you will see him in this video. So don't fret over that. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, there's more trees, by the way. I love those things. Okay, this greenhouse is new, I think. I'll show you that in a second. But I want to show you my bees first. My bee garden is quite pretty. So, right here is a bee garden. I absolutely love this place. It's just so scenic and so peaceful. The smoke kind of takes away from it, but what can you do, right? I just built a little pretty garden to store all my bees with a little fence, some rocks, a lake, and some flowers. The lake's good too. I mean, it's got depth. You could drown in that thing if you're not careful. But yes, I love this thing. It's scenic, it's pretty, and it's quaint. Across from it is my greenhouse. It took a lot of wood. I used like stripped logs for the outside of this thing. I grew a bunch of plants in here. Melons, pumpkins, sugarcane, cactus, all that good stuff. I use the melons and pumpkins for trading with villagers, so I've got more underneath, just so I never run out of supply. And my villagers, I've brought a few of them home, are over here. This path doesn't go anywhere, but if you follow it this way, this goes to a little village. Well, it's not really like a village, it's more like a tiny settlement. Now, okay, before I show you these villagers, let me give you some context. These are all based off of villagers from a manga that I really like, Vinland Saga. Now, they're all named after characters from Vinland Saga. Kind of nerdy, but it's, you know, it's sweet. So, in the big house here is the main character, my favourite guy, Thorfinn. Love him. He's good. Always trade some pumpkins and melons here when I get the chance. Love this place. Next to Thorfinn's house, you've got the second main man, Einar. Love that guy too. Oh, he's farming. Good on him. Good on him. It's story appropriate too. Einar and Thorfinn, they do both farm in the story. Hild is over here in this little watchtower. And finally, in the last house, we have Gudrid, who is canonically Thorfinn's wife. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have them living in separate houses, but, you know, leave me alone. It's the best I could do. Okay, that is my little Vinland settlement, and I love it. It's really cute. The mangrove and moss go really well on the roofs, and it's just a peaceful place that I've grown really attached to. There is an absolutely massive building out there in the distance, just next to my nether portal. I'll show you that in a minute, but I want to show you that little thing first. That is... Okay, you know what, I'll tell you what, we'll swim out there quickly, and then I'll tell you the story behind this. So as you can see, this is an island made entirely of wool. Somehow, sheep are living out here. God knows how, I don't know what they eat. Anyway, right, so this building has a little story behind it. I was re-watching a series that's very nostalgic to me. So growing up, I grew up on Minecraft YouTubers, right, a lot of them. My favourite was always Stampy. So I was re-watching Stampy's Cave Den series, and it kind of occurred to me that Stampy has a really unique way of building, featuring a lot of wool. His builds are always very colourful and just a good time. So I decided while rewatching that series, I also wanted to build something out of wool, something that was quite vibrant and just nice to look at. So I built this island entirely out of wool, and it's pointless, but it makes me smile because it's got a little story attached to it, and that's worth more than a million pretty builds. Speaking of pretty builds though, let's not gloss over the skyline that you get here. That shot is incredible. That is such a nice view of all the things I've built in this world. Well, almost all of them. Anyway, let me go show you that big building out there. I'm sure it's on your mind. So this thing took me absolutely ages. It's not all made of stone, and the roof is made of prismarine. That's why I had the Guardian farm and it took me ages. There's some pipes here, they connect to the inside, but we're not going to take the pipes inside. We're not ghetto, we're going to take the front door like a normal person. We're not a fish. Well, actually, I guess my skin is an axolotl. I guess I technically am a fish in-game, but we're still going to take the front door because we're civilized. So, this building here is supposed to be a water processing facility. Processing and distribution, I guess. I love the design of it. When you come in here, you just get such a good view of these big machines. Now, the idea here is that these big machines will suck up water from the lake, and then they will purify it and dispense it out into some buckets. So this is all lake water in here, or it's supposed to be. And they kind of connect up. I don't know kind of the logistics of it too much. Down there, that's where the pipes outside connect to this big body of water, and then they're sucked up through those, purified, and then dispensed here into some buckets, and then they're sold to the masses. I don't know, I just felt like building something industrial and corporate, so here you go, big water processing plant. Also, you can see the tower through the window. That's a great view, that's fantastic. I love that tower. It's definitely one of my favourite things in this world. But yes, some water buckets in here that you can sell, but again, I'm the only one who plays in this world, so no one to buy them. Over here, you've got some office space. This is where, you know, some people would work, handle sales, I don't know, play around on some computers or something. I don't know, it's just an office space, but I like the computer design with the pressure plate and the paintings. It's just nice, it's just compact and it makes me smile. So, here you go, a little bit of office space. Over here, you got a staircase that goes up, but we're not going to take the staircase. We're going to take the prettier copper staircase. This one is where the engineers would go. This is where you would go to kind of look at the machines, make sure that everything's running smoothly, and then, you know, skedaddle once everything is in order. I love this. I just love the way it looks. It looks so futuristic. Yep, that's where the staircase spits you out. And in here, there's just a viewing area for the pipes. Again, for the engineers to just get in there and fix anything if need be. Last room in this building, and definitely my favourite, the CEO office. So this is the CEO of Water, Squimble. This is a baby squid, which I think was added in the Tiny Takeover update, which, you know, tells you how recently this building was constructed. And you can keep an animal a baby forever, if you didn't know, if you give them a little, like, golden dandelion. So Squimble will stay a baby forever, and he will own all the water in the world. He is extremely wealthy, probably even more than I am. Okay, let's return to the path, and I'll show you the rest of the builds dotted along the road. We still got some daylight left, so we should be able to cover everything. Oh, my phone just buzzed. Sorry if you heard that. Okay, this is a horse road, but you can just walk it. It's fine, doesn't matter. It's not that far. Anyway, this thing here is a custom cave, entirely custom. None of this was here before. This is all built by hand, but I think it looks pretty damn good. So, down here is where I keep my pet Strider, who's come to say hello. This is Peggy Leggy. This name isn't a reference to anything. This is just a name that I made up on the spot, and it made me laugh. So, this is Peggy Leggy, my Strider, who lives down here for all of eternity. I never visit Peggy Leggy, so they're probably kind of lonely. I should get them a friend at some point. Yeah, that's about it. I really don't keep much down there, just Strider. Anyhow, progressing along the path, this is where the original Taiga village was, but a lot of the houses have been torn down and replaced by just horribly ugly buildings. I've made an attempt to pretty it up, but I wanted to keep it industrial. So I built a factory here, which I don't think you've seen. It's just, well, I don't know, it's orange, I guess. It's got some smoke, it's got a pipe going into the body of water as well, which I thought was quite a nice touch. Just classic pollution, just great fun. And yes, I keep some villagers in there. They're all stonemasons, which, you know, they're trying to go to bed at the minute. Oh, well, trying to go to bed. This fat golem is blocking them. Oh man. You know sleep deprivation is torture. That poor villager. Okay, well that's not my problem. I'm gonna let him figure that one out on his own. That's the factory. Great fun. I am gonna go to sleep because I think there is a bed over here. This building is a little storage. I'll show you that in 2 seconds, but let me get some kip first. Bright and early to show you more stuff. Yes, this little mangrove building over here definitely isn't my best work, but it's just a little storage place. I don't know. I don't even know what to keep in here. It doesn't have a designated purpose. I just needed something to fill the land with. Again, this area is ugly and I barely visit it. It needs a lot of work. There's some massive farms over there, which I don't really use either. There was a pumpkin and melon farm there, where the mangrove building is now, but it was hideous, so I tore it down. It's definitely better now. The spruce trees are still here. This big apparatus is... It's horrible. I hate this big cobblestone frame and I want to get rid of it. The villagers are still here though, I'm sure you'll be happy to know. But I don't really use them much anymore. All the necessary ones are back at home. So yes, these ones are just left to suffer. Anyhow, out here, this is the second train station building. Got some skylights, I like that. Now, you remember the train station back in Londo and how there was a tunnel going to Industry Lane? This is where it spits you out. This is the other end of the minecart track. It is a lot longer than you think, and riding that minecart is fairly slow. But, you know, still, it's fun to have. Minecarts are such an underused feature. I wanted at least one in my world. And there is a goal to build a roller coaster at some point as well, which I will do eventually. As of now, I don't think you've seen the horse racing track either. Sorry if I'm like, I'm a bit like sparse on commentary. I hate that bridge, by the way, just side note. Yeah, sorry if I'm a bit sparse on commentary. I don't really know what you've seen and what you haven't seen. It's been a year since I've done anything with this channel. I really don't remember what was recorded and what wasn't. Anyway, there's no horses here, so the horse race track, ironically enough, cannot be run on horseback. We're going to have to walk it if we want to see it. This is the starting gate here, but there's no way to time it. So if you do want to get yourself like an accurate score, you just need to like time it on your phone or something. You could probably set up a redstone clock, but to be honest, I can't be bothered. I barely come over here anyway, but I should pretty this up. Those hills are hideous. And this is some horse parkour. This is really actually quite difficult. You start here and there's a harder path and then there's an easier path. It's hard when you're a human and you don't have the aid of a horse jump. I've already screwed it up. We're just going to walk it. But yes, both of those are possible and I've done them both on horseback, but definitely not the easiest thing in the world. Anyway, over here it spits you back out. You've got some very basic obstacles and then it loops back around to the starting line. And that is about all that you have on the horse track. It's simple, but it's effective, and I like it, and that's all that matters, really. So yes, I haven't really expanded out this way too much. Most of the expansion I do is either on Londo or just, you know, nearby. Don't really go too far. So, before we go back, let me show you something else. So, if you fly out here, and you go past that river that we're coming up to, you're about to be taken on a trip down memory lane. Okay, do you see this tiny little house? And do you remember it? If you're new to the channel, if this is the first thing you're ever seeing, then you won't know the significance of this. But if you've been here before, you'll know this is the very first thing that I built in this world, and it is completely untouched. Everything here has not been touched since easily the first day that I spawned in. This was my first little shack, and it still remains there to this day. And I'm never going to change it. It is going to stay there as a piece of history. Okay, let's fly back and then we will see the last things that this world has to offer. Sailing on in. Okay, alright, let's go see the farm. This is the last thing that I want to show you, next to the archery house. If you follow this path here, you are going to be taken to the farm. But first, on the way, there's a glaring monument. Now, this is a monument to Halloween. It's a pumpkin, it's a carved pumpkin. I did this for Halloween 2025, and it just looks nice. I like it a lot. It looks much better at night time. It's got glowstone in there, lights up like a house fire. It's great. It's a little too round for my liking, to be honest. It looks less like a pumpkin and more like a basketball, but you get the idea. The face really helps, but the stem's a bit long, a bit too spherical, but don't think about it too hard. It's a monument to Halloween, and that's all it needs to be. That's all it was ever meant to be, and I think it fills its purpose very well. The farm is just up ahead, and as you can see, this pathway is a little bit uninspired. Needs a lot of work. Anyway, I absolutely adore this farm. This is custom trees. Before I go into anything, all those trees are custom. This is Catlo's farm. Who is Catlo? I don't know. I made him up because I am lonely. Anyway, no, on a serious note though, it's just a character I made up, just a name, and that is who owns this farm. This is a great wee place though. It's got custom rocks, custom bushes, loads of crops. You will never go hungry around this part. Got some fallen trees, just some detail around the land. It's really good. And up here you've got all the different animals. So we've got some sheep over here, we've got some chickens as well, and some cows. This is a very small cow pen, but to be honest, I keep all my cows at home anyway, so these guys don't really have a purpose. They don't really need a bigger home. There's never going to be that many of them. There's some pigs as well. I barely ever farm pigs because they're just such a pointless mob. You get meat from them and that's it, but you also get meat from a cow. But you get leather too, so they're just more useful. Anyway, this is my barn. It's a big American style red barn. Very, very cool. I recently found out why barns are red, by the way. It's because of the sealant that they use on the wood. So there you go. You learn something new every day. These are some dogs that we're going to breed, but it turns out that you need to tame dogs if you want to breed them, and I didn't want to get attached, so they're just two wild dogs running around in that pen. Maybe I'll tame them one day and breed them, but I'd rather find a different dog variant first. Nothing out here. It's open if I ever want to expand, which is helpful. And also, there is nothing up here. This is just a very empty storage area. I keep some crops up here and things, but it's very empty. Just don't come up here. The bottom is more impressive. Ah, there he is. There's my boy. Actually, there are my boys and one girl. So, there's Srednik, the horse. I told you he was fine, and I told you would see him. He's got a lot more space here. He's with his family. He's happy, and he's still very fast. He's still definitely my best horse, and it's not close. Well, actually, it's kind of close, but he's still my best. That is his wife, Fat Sally. She's not the best, but we love her anyway. This is one of his sons, Ghoulish Gabe, and his brother, Thin Lizzy. Yes, I bred all these horses just so I could make this music reference. This is, of course, a reference to the band Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy's a great horse. Being Srednik's son, you'd hope so. He jumps quite high. He's not quite as fast, but honestly, he's an all-round great steed. Ghoulish Gabe, he's alright too. He runs okay, jumps pretty high, got a good amount of HP. Can't complain. Fat Sally, however, is... well, I'll just show you. She is absolutely sluggish. This is how she earned her name, Fat Sally. She just doesn't move very quickly and she barely jumps. But Srednik loves her, so I tolerate her. But my boy is here and he's doing very well. So, just past the horses, we have got this windmill. I did not design the blades myself. The blades I found on Pinterest, but the tower itself, that's all mine. But I had no idea how to build windmill blades, so I just looked up a reference and copied from that. Always be honest about it. There's no shame in building from a reference. There's nothing in here other than a bed. I mean, you know, I don't know, maybe someone wants to live the farmhouse life. But why would you stay in the windmill? We got a farmhouse right next door, next to some crops. So, before I show you the farmhouse though, we got this little shed here. Again, just a lovely little storage area. I love these little storage houses. They're just nice. So, last thing. The farmhouse. I love this thing, by the way. This is probably, it's like a top 3 house of all time, at least by my standards. It's just got so much depth to it, and the colour palette is lovely. And that big chimney out of the stripped logs, I just absolutely adore it. Even better, it's fully furnished. Of course, it's based on like the classic American farmhouses. And in here you've got some very, very basic but nice interior. You've got this under the stairs bookshelf, which I'm a really big fan of. Over here you've got some storage with a saw blade out in the open, just don't trip. And up here you've got the sleeping / living quarters. Lovely comfy bed, lovely view of the farm, and some nether wart, purely for decorative purposes. Okay, that about concludes the tour. Let's have a conversation. Let's address the elephant in the room. Where have I been for the last year? If you don't care about this, I don't blame you. You are more than welcome to click off the video now. I won't be offended. But if you do want an explanation, then here you go. Okay, so 3 main reasons that I quit uploading onto my YouTube channel. The first of which being the most serious. Now, my YouTube channel was always a kind of different part of my life. It was never meant to be involved with my everyday life. It was just meant to be something separate that I didn't kind of have to relate to anything else. I didn't have to tell anybody about. It was an escape almost. Now, understanding that, unfortunately, it was discovered by somebody from my real life who then began watching all the videos, and that made me very uncomfortable. Now, I need to make this very clear. I was not bullied, okay? They were very supportive. The person who found it is a good friend of mine, and tell you what, I really like them, and they really like me. No bad blood, but it was the principle. I never wanted people to find this, and yet they did, and that killed a huge amount of my motivation for creating on this channel. Just knowing that it would be seen by someone in real life, having those two aspects merged, I just didn't like it. I wanted it to be, I want this channel to be something that I could do for fun, that I didn't have to tell anybody about, and that I could just use as kind of an outlet that I never really had to think about otherwise. But that kind of gets destroyed when you have people that you know who are also aware of the YouTube channel. So that was the main reason that I stepped away. But I want it to be very clear, it's not a case of like bullying or bad blood. It was just my own decision, and it was just something that made me uncomfortable. Speaking of, you're probably watching this video now, and if you do, there's nothing against you. I still care for you very much, but just, yes, I'm not massive on people I know in real life watching the content that I upload on the internet. But yes, I still do upload videos on another YouTube channel. They're not Minecraft related. They're a little more unfiltered. They're not as family friendly. They're not like vulgar or horrible or anything, but they're not like wholly peachy. So, you know, I might share that one day here, but I don't know. I kind of want to keep this channel isolated. Anyhow, second reason that I stopped, time. Turns out it's very difficult to maintain a lot of things at once. So when I was kind of making YouTube videos, I was studying as a student full time as well. I still am, by the way, and time wasn't easier on me, I'll tell you that much. So I've got a job now too that I need to think of part time, and with all of that combined, I just really don't have as much time anymore. So that was another big reason that I stepped away from this. And the final reason, and somebody pointed this out actually, I just got bored of Minecraft. I had my 2-week Minecraft phase, as you call it. Somebody wrote a comment about that. I'll put it on screen if I can find it. Somebody just wrote Cinders was hit by the 2-week Minecraft phase, and they were right. But yes, okay, that's about all that I want to say on this topic. Yes, I've stepped away, and I'm probably not going to upload on this channel again. I might do another world tour eventually. I might do a little update video, and if I feel comfortable, I might share the link to my other YouTube channel and kind of, you know, let the audience transfer over if they want to. But no pressure, and as of right now, I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep that one private, but yes, hopefully nobody stumbles across that. But yeah, as of now, I'm actually doing very well and very happy, and I do apologise for leaving without an explanation. That wasn't fair to the people who enjoyed the content. It wasn't fair to just walk away without offering them any kind of solace. So I do apologise for that, and I hope you see the world tour, and I hope you're all doing well, because you all made a very big impact on how I was feeling at the time. You made a massive improvement to my mental health, so thank you all very much for that. And if I see you on the road ahead, then feel free to say hello. But if I don't, then you'll probably see me on this channel again, and whenever I feel comfortable uploading. Okay, bye bye.